Today's session is called Literacy Happens in the Kitchen. This is a good week. If you have any questions, please raise your hand or unmute yourself and ask. If you haven't if you haven't picked up your packet, please do so. We are open 8 to 4. You can pick it up in the front office of the ECE. I guess at Parkview at the ECE office. And again, we're open 8 to 4. We're on Fig and Avenue J. Anybody have any questions at this point? Nope. Okay, we're going to run through our agenda. We're going to do a video. Again, it's Literacy Happens in the Kitchen. We'll talk about the activities for this week. Sharon will go through them with you. And then we'll have a Q&A session and then a time of sharing anything that you did last week. And then again, our Google form so that we can do our raffle prizes. I hope you guys are all getting the raffle prizes and enjoying those. Oh, she has her name. I like the pencil. So without further ado, if there's not any questions right now, then, or any housekeeping, did I forget any housekeeping, ladies? Are we good? You have everything? Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and start with the video. It's a short one this week, so that's good. Oh, at the end. Restart.
For many of us, the kitchen is like the hub of our home. It seems as if everyone who enters it has a task to do or a request to make. There certainly is a great deal of multitasking going on in the kitchen, and we want to make engaging and meaningful literacy experiences one of those tasks. Let's think about how language and literacy can be involved in activities we have around food. First of all, we need to write a grocery list pretty regularly. You can employ your child as the list maker.
Oye, cuando hablo.
While your child writes. While you're getting together is to have your child set the table. Before the dishes are taken out, have your child make placemats for the family or place cards indicating who should sit where. Your child can add illustrations that fit each family member. Engaging your child in getting out the ingredients you need for cooking provides an opportunity to look at food labels and develop vocabulary. If your child is ready for this, have your child place the ingredients in order according to how they are listed in the recipe. Depending on the menu, it might be possible to have your child join in the cooking and follow along with the recipe you're using. If it's not a good time for your child to help with the cooking, perhaps he or she could tell you a story while you cook or pretend to read you a book, saying what he or she thinks the book might say. Pretending to read is actually an important step in literacy development that we like to see in the preschool years. Children can pretend to read books you've read to them many times before, or pretend to read a book that is new to them by studying the pictures. My family usually eats our meals in the kitchen. Conversation during mealtime is perhaps the most valuable language and literacy experience related to food. All conversation can enhance language development, but extended mealtime conversation plays a special role. Researchers have uncovered some interesting connections between family mealtime conversation and children's later literacy development. For example, conversation at the dinner table centered only on getting the business of family life done, such as who has to go where, when, and with which items, is not associated with higher literacy achievement later in children's lives. But if your mealtime conversation has opportunities to engage your child in discussing how the child's day went, recalling an event that happened, or explaining how things work, research suggests that your child is more likely to have higher literacy development later on. You may be wondering why there's a difference. Getting the family business done has fairly simple language, lots of here and now conversation. In contrast, recalling events from the past requires us to use back-in-time language, to resequence events, and to describe people, places, things, and ideas. This kind of language better prepares children for narrative or story reading and writing that they will be expected to do in school. Describing or explaining things to your child at mealtime can help prepare him or her for the informational reading and writing that's expected in school. Introducing your child to exciting new words is really key too. As you talk with your child, find ways to make your word choice vibrant. For example, you might find an unusual way to describe your day. Was it hilarious or zany or frustrating? Hearing and repeating these words will build your child's vocabulary and knowledge of the world. I encourage you to think of mealtime as a priceless part of your day, a low-cost and high payoff way to develop your child's language and literacy and the quality of life for your family. Please take a moment to think of a word you'd like to introduce to your child through mealtime conversation. Share your ideas with those seated around you.
I was thinking descriptive words for food. You could introduce sour, bitter, sweet, tangy, or spicy. Does anybody else have any other words or ideas that they could share? Nope. Okay, we'll move on then.
We talked earlier about concepts of print and writing. I want to add 2 more essential ingredients to the reading process. First, I want to talk about phonological awareness. This ability to separate out and play with sounds in words is a very important component in early reading and writing. Up until now, your child has been using whole words to convey a message. But if your child wants to write those words down, hearing the sounds inside whole words is important. Hearing the and inside run helps a child figure out how to spell it. Being able to put the sounds d, e, p together helps your child read the word deep. This may sound complicated, but the good news is that there are many fairly easy and fun things you can do to develop your child's phonological awareness. Playing word games, singing songs, stretching out sounds, engaging your child in writing. All of these can develop phonological awareness, and all of them can be served up in the kitchen. The second area of literacy development I want to talk about is letter sound knowledge, learning the names of letters and the specific sounds that go with letters. In English, children have 26 letters to learn, many of which represent 2 or more different sounds, as in a or a for the letter A. This poses a big challenge for children, something akin to the experience you may have when you're in a new place and trying to learn many people's names. Do you find that when you have a chance to visit with and learn about every person in the group, and you talk with people more than once, you tend to remember their names better? Learning names in this way tells you a little bit about how we can teach letters and sounds to young children. We should teach letters in small, meaningful groups. Rather than using flashcards or workbooks, we can more effectively teach children letters by using their names and the names of family members and friends who are important to your child. You might also highlight letter-sound relationships by using collections or types of things that your child loves. For example, my son loved dinosaurs and learned many sounds and letters through dinosaur names. And make sure children get to see and hear the letters and sounds over and over again in many situations and contexts so that they can become like old friends. Let's watch how 3 families engage in literacy activities in the kitchen. In this clip, you'll see how Natasha and Isabella use snack time as an opportunity to tell imaginative stories. Then, notice how Natasha shows one way in which we use print in the kitchen to help us make delicious snacks.
I'm an idiot thing.
An idiot face?
Yes, an idiot.
Did a troll live inside of there?
Well, that's how an idiot looks like.
What a hideous face looks like.
Yeah, and we need to make more. Look at this. Look at inside there.
A troll lived in there, he ate it.
I know living in there. Feed the beast.
Feed the beast. We'll make an apple pizza. These are our ingredients. So do we have an apple?
Mhm.
Do we have peanut butter? Where is it? Peanut butter. Raisins. Eat raisins? Okay. First, it says cut apple into rings. So rings are circles, right?
Watch how Jose supports Angel as he attempts to write a message with magnetic letters. Then notice the rich mealtime conversation that gets beyond just the here and now.
Ahí está. ¿Y ahora qué buscas? Pan. Ok, déjame ver. Oh, wow, sí, pan. Y necesitamos un espacio. Go. Tenemos que prestar con y con qué. Bueno, sí, pero sí, y usamos la I latina. Puedes usar la I latina. Ahí, sí, esa. Sí, miel. Ángela, ahorita tienes tu primera práctica de fútbol, ¿verdad? Sí. ¿Y qué posición vas a tener? Vas a ser de portero y también vas a practicar como delantero también, ¿ok? Y después tenemos, ¿cuál es tu primer partido? ¿Te acuerdas?
8 de septiembre.
Sí, es el primer partido. No sé quién es el otro equipo, vamos a ver, ¿ok?
Vamos a ver en la lista.
Sí, vamos a recibir el horario.
¿Qué tal?
Partidos.
Va a haber unos cuadros que van a venir y vamos a practicar una vez a nuestro equipo contra nuestro equipo, como vamos a hacer partidos solo para practicar contra un grupo, contra otro grupo.
Sí, podemos hacer esto. Sí, en la primera práctica.
Lo hicimos en básquet en los Jets.
Sí, y lo hicieron en el campamento de Vicente del Bosque. No hicieron ningún partido.
Sí, lo hicimos.
No.
In this clip, first, watch how Davy takes something as simple as ordering pizza for dinner and turns it into an opportunity for writing. Then, watch as Davy helps Lola and Ella understand the connection between print and oral language by pointing out elements of the recipe as she bakes with the girls.
What kind of pizza do you guys want?
I want cheese pizza.
You want cheese pizza? Okay, can you write cheese pizza, Ella? Cheese
I want
pizza?
cheese pizza.
Okay,
So
go.
like cheese pizza.
2 cheese pizzas, okay, right there, please. So I can call it in. 2 cheese pizzas. So you guys each want one, a small one? 2 cheese pizzas. Hang on a second, I'm gonna call Lola.
Okay.
All right, let's call it in. We need some flour. Do you see any flour? Do we have it? Here's the flour. You used this last week for pretzels. We got the flour. How about some salt? Oh, you already found the salt. We got the salt. Do we have, this is baking soda, right? Did you know that? That's what we need for baking soda. How about baking powder? Cinnamon. I've already got the cinnamon in here. Where are the eggs? Yes, we need 3 eggs. Do we have some zucchini?
I'm a present.
Okay, I think you're gonna need a little help with a spoon or something. Oh, it's a cup of vegetable oil.
Sprinkles.
1 egg. Ready?
Then can I stir?
Yes, we are
Is it
all
the
gonna stir. This is gonna
spatula?
take some serious stirring.
Which one is it? Is it the spatula or the mixer?
The mixer, this is called an egg beater. I mean, the egg beater, a rainbow colored egg beater. This is gonna be a good, healthy snack.
Does anybody have any questions about the video?
No.
Well, Ms. Sharon is going to take through each of the activities for this week. And then after that, we will discuss last week's activities, if you guys have any sharing to do. Okay,
Good morning, everyone. This week's activities are lots of fun in the kitchen. So our first one is for concepts of print, and it's called reading recipes. So we included 2 picture recipes in this week's packet. You'll see one that's for ants on the log, and the other one is for let's see what they call this one.
food friend recipe.
Food friend recipes. Looks like they're making a face with the food. So with this, do the food friend recipe. You're gonna use 2 bananas, 1 grape, and 1 apple. And as you can see, they're just gonna go ahead and have a plate and make their face on the plate. So you can tell them choose 2 eyes and 1 nose and pick 1 mouth, and then they can eat it. And I did look online, and there are lots of other recipes that are made from pictures that you could possibly find on your own if you enjoy this activity with your child. It makes it a lot of fun, and they can follow the recipes because there's pictures there. So that's our first activity. The second one is called Crazy Dinner. And this one is helping your children learn beginning sounds. And it's for phonological awareness. So what it is you're going to have some picture cards in your kit, lots of different foods on it. So, and there's several different letters that these are covering. I think we have the letter C, the letter B, the letter S, and the letter P. Those are all represented by the food. So what you'll do at home is you'll have some paper plates that you're going to put out, one for each of the letters that you're talking to your child about. So you put out the plate, and then you'll cut out the cards. I'm not going to cut them out, but I'll just explain. So this picture here is chips. So chips starts with the letter C. So I might put the letter C on the plate, and I'd ask the child, what do you think, what does chip sound like? And also there'd be another one, chicken, chili, and cheese.
And cherries.
And cherries. So you could mix them up, but then they would want to put all those on the same plate. So then after they were looking at the plate with the chips and the chicken and the chili and the cheese and the cherries, they might say, do you think that's a crazy dinner, or is that a normal dinner? Because that's a lot of different foods on one plate. So that's kind of how that game goes. So, and you could do it for all the different letters. So you could just have them just put the foods on the different plates, and you can help them along. They might need a little help in the beginning because a lot of kids at 3 and 4 don't really know the letters yet, but you can help them, and as they do it more often, they'll get to know it. That's the second game. Right. Any questions so far? No? Okay. The next game is for oral language, and it's called What Do You Need to Make a? So what we have here is some pictures of kitchen tools, things that you use in the kitchen. So you'll cut all these out, and it looks like there's a mixer and a blender, a cookie cutter, a measuring cup, an oven. There's lots of different things. So you'd help your child name all the pictures so they know what everything is. And then you might ask them a question such as, what do you need to make a cake? So they'll look through the pictures and they might say, I think I'll need a pan, a cake pan, and I'll need a mixer. Where'd the mixer go? A mixer to mix up the batter. And I'll need a measuring cup to measure the ingredients. I'll need a spoon to get the ingredients into my pan. And I need a bowl and I need an oven. And some other things that you could ask them about could be, what do I need to make cookies? What do I need to make popcorn? That's an easy one. So you can just, a lot of us have popcorn in the little bags. They would need a microwave. What do I need to make a smoothie, spaghetti, eggs, or mashed potatoes? Those are just some ideas that might help you do that game with your child. And that helps them learn some more language, more oral language words. All right, the next one we're going to do is, it's called magnet letters, and it's for letter sounds. Okay, so this one, on your own, you're going to need to get yourself some magnetic letters, such as these. You can usually find them at the dollar store or at Walmart. And as you saw the little boy on the video, he was playing with the magnets on the refrigerator. And so you could talk about the letters, and some have straight edges, some are circular, some have crosses, such as the letter X. So you can talk about all the different shapes of the letters and the sounds that they make. And you can help them make words, like their name or their family member's name. Like on this one, we wrote mom. Like you could tell them whose name sounds like mom. Whose name sounds like dad. And this one, I just wrote a nice little phrase, I love you. So these are things that you could do with the letters. You can write their name. They can help you spell out their name. And they could just do that in the kitchen while you're cooking. That'd be a good activity for them to do while they're in there. I also like that idea of having them read a story to you that they talked about in the video. That was a good one. I like that idea. All right, the next one is called Table Talk. And this is for comprehension, to see how they understand language. So this one gives you some cards that have phrases on them and questions that you could ask them. I know a lot of you have really good questions that you already ask your children, but sometimes we get stuck and maybe we need some help thinking of things to ask. So these are just some phrases you could keep with you, at dinner time that you could ask your child so it makes them think, and you can gain more knowledge of words that way. And you could even do it like for play. If they had a play kitchen set and they wanted to pretend they were cooking dinner for you, you could do it at the play table too. So that's a good one. And then the last activity is for writing. And this is where you saw the little girls helping their mom make the grocery list. They were helping order the pizza. So you could make your own little list, just have a piece of paper and write grocery list, or you don't have to write anything on it. You just tell the children let's see, what do we need from the grocery store? We might need some chicken. So they could write it however they write, because right now they don't really know how to form the letters, but they could just scribble it on there, and then that just makes them feel like they know how to write, but it does give them that feeling of writing.
They don't know how to write, they can also draw a picture. They
Yeah,
don't know how to spell banana, they can draw a picture of a banana.
Exactly. So, and that's that. Those are all 6 activities for this week.
All right, those are fun. Does anybody want to share anything from last week? Any of the activities that they did with their children last week?
¿Cuáles son las 2 palabras mágicas?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, yeah.
Look, you made a tag and you put your name on it.
¿Cómo dice? What it says right here. Say my name.
My name.
¿Y cómo dice?
What's your name?
Duro.
It's my name.
And what's your name?
Damaris.
Damaris.
¿Y aquí?
Okay. And the other side, what you put in there? The magic words.
The watch word.
Ajá, ¿cuáles
What's the
son?
magic words? Huh?
Thank you.
Please and thank you.
Please and thank you.
Mhm.
Good job. Did you like that activity? Did you have fun?
You have fun?
Dile,
Yes. Say yes.
What's the picture on the front with your name? What is that of? What is that a
What-
picture of?
Ajá, dile duro ahí.
A pencil.
A pencil.
Oh, you did a really good job of coloring that. Thank you
Guys,
for. Did
Thank
you do
you.
any? You're
Yeah,
welcome.
we did we did a lot of things.
Awesome. I'm glad you're having fun and participating. That's awesome. Does
Right,
anybody else have anything else to share? No, maybe next week you guys can share. You guys can take videos of, like, say you're doing the cooking this week in the kitchen. You could take a short video and show us or send it to us and we could, see it that way, or a picture if you don't want to do a video. Oh, who's that?
Oh, that's your
Oh,
picture of the baby.
That was the baby eating, right? So, there's multiple ways of sharing. You guys are more than welcome to, oh, you missed last week. Somebody, let's see. I missed last week. Can you guys send me that video and today's? I want the videos to be able to refer back to it later. I'm gonna let Sarah answer this question. We are recording them for this purpose, so I'm not sure where they're stored, but she's gonna know more about that. Go ahead, Sarah.
Yes, I can send it to you. I'll email you the YouTube link.
Okay. All right. Are there any other questions or anything else you guys want to discuss? Any more information? No, our meetings are supposed to be from 9:30 to 10:30, but they're going quicker than we anticipated. We had over 100 people sign up for this class. And as you can see, there's only 1, 2, 3. Is that 3 or 4? 4 people. The first week we had about 8 and now we're down to 4. So that's, we thought that we would have a lot more discussion, a lot more sharing. So that's why we gave ourselves an hour. But it seems like, we've only got about a half an hour. We're taking about a half an hour. So if you guys have any other questions, please let us know. Go ahead.
Yes, for the pictures, because I know with the first week, some of the animals I wasn't familiar with. So I wasn't able to tell my daughter what it is. And I know when I started elementary, they put the name of whatever it is that's in a picture, they would put it underneath. Is that something that we're able to, you guys would be able to do moving forward?
Oh, yes, we could do over that. I have the packet here for week 1. Would you like me to go through it right now? Or would you like me to? Okay, cool. So the packet of the animals. So the first page is pets. Of course, we have a cat and a dog, a fish, a hamster, a lizard, or I'm assuming that's a lizard, or a gecko would be another name for that, and a parrot or a macaw. Let me know if I'm going too fast. I'll slow down.
You know what? I don't have them in that order anymore because what I did was, let me see if I can turn the camera on.
I can resend this to you and I'll type up the names.
I did. Okay, yes, that would work out perfect. That way I can redo these for her because I did them like this to keep them from getting lost and also to help with like creating stories and telling stories and acting it out, kind of like what you guys told us to do with the 3 little pigs. I did that with these as well.
Well, that is an awesome idea. Thank you so much for sharing that. Which ones do you have them there? Which ones were you not familiar with? And I can tell you right off the bat.
I have to go through. I have to go through them, and she was able to get a couple of them. So I have no idea where she put those.
Gotcha. Okay, well, I'll just go through these really fast, and then like I said, I'll send them to you with the label on them. Okay. The second page that I had was a farm. So we have a chicken, or a hen. There is a sheep, a goat, a horse, a pig, and a cow. On the other page is the jungle animals, the elephant, the hippopotamus, the giraffe, the lion, the zebra, and the chimpanzee. It's not a monkey. I don't know if you guys are aware, but there's a difference between a monkey and an ape. Apes don't have tails and monkeys do. So the chimpanzee is not called a monkey, it's a chimp. Forest animals, a bear, a deer, a raccoon, a fox, a wolf, and a squirrel. In the air and water, we have a dolphin, an eagle, a great white shark. I think that bird is probably a robin. There's also a humpback whale and a pelican. That's not a pelican, I'm sorry, a seagull. That is a seagull, not a pelican. Miscellaneous animals was the polar bear, a penguin, a walrus. I'm assuming that's a seal, not a sea lion. The seals are smaller. There's also a difference between seals and sea lions, and it's their ears, and it's really hard to tell in this picture. A snake and a bunny rabbit, or that's all the animals that I have. So I will send this, I'll resend it to you. It's Bianca, right? If that's who's asking. I just
Yes.
want to make sure I send it to the right person. Okay. All right. Are there any other questions? I hope that helped, Bianca, and I will send this to you. Make sure I'm making myself a note so I don't forget picture cards with labels.
And we appreciate all comments.
Yeah, there's no silly questions or any, I mean, this is awesome. We're here to help, and we're just excited, and we're so thankful that you guys are here, willing to spend your time, take an hour, half an hour out of your day to do this. This is awesome. So that's what we're here for. We're here to help and answer questions. All right. Anything else? If not, we're going to wrap it up. We have 2 more sessions. I can't believe it's almost, this is the 3rd session. Next week, we are doing literacy happens in the bedroom and bathroom, which sounds silly, I know, but really, I mean, I'll tell you guys a story. My son, when he was little, he loved the bathtub, and I had plastic, it was a bathtub book, but it was a Bert and Ernie, and it was Ernie singing the bathtub, the little rubber ducky song, and that was his favorite thing. He'd go into the bathtub just because he wanted to see that book and read and have me sing the little rubber ducky song. So literacy does happen in the bedroom and in the bathroom. And the last one is called Literacy Happens Out and About. So 2 more sessions, and then we're going to take a week off of, there's no school on September 22nd. That's a professional development day for teachers. And then the following week, we're going to start our a new one. It's called a new workshop. It's called Healthy Parenting. And that's going to run for 6 weeks, I believe. It's about nutrition. It's about physical activity. It's just about, general parenting and all around. And then after that, it's going to be the behavior paras will be here, and they will be talking about behaviors and why does my child do that? So, and then we're going to start it all over back in January when we come back from our winter break. We're going to start it all over again with this workshop again, but we're going to have different activities. We'll probably have these same activities, and then we're going to add more activities on top of it. So you're more than welcome to come back and join us again for this workshop in January if you want more activities. It'll be the same videos. I apologize for that, but it will be more activities. So if you guys don't have any other questions, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Because what I've been trying to find, you know how the teachers have the kids do activities, like say, for example, they'll cut something out and have them trace it. Where do they, because I cannot draw at all. So it would be easier to have something, I'm not sure if they call stencils or something, like, say, for example, I know this could have been done by simply tracing their hand, but I wanted to do more activities with her like this, but I can't draw anything. So I can't draw like apples, and I mean, that's probably be the easiest thing that I can draw, but other things to kind of, keep her engaged and stuff. I want to do little activities like that where she's doing cutting and pasting and stuff like that. But I want to make it fun for her, because other than that, she's gonna be like, no.
Yeah. That's awesome that that you want to do that. I would Google, you have access obviously to the internet. I would Google or search preschool patterns or preschool activities, art activities, things like that. Anything with just put preschool in it, and you're gonna get inundated. I promise you'll find all kinds of stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up now.
Maybe Sharon and I can we can come together and maybe talk about some specific sites.
Yeah, we can send.
We use some specific sites when we look stuff up. And I know it's out there and available to the general public, so we can send that to you as well. Okay?
Okay,
So
that'll work.
I'm gonna put sites here for activities. Okay, and I'll add that to your other, to the pictures. All right, well, thank you so much. Anything else? Anybody else want to share or ask questions? If not, we're gonna wrap it up for today. And we will be back here next week at 9:30 on Wednesday for session 4.
Are we sending out the survey?
Oh, yes, we have to send out the survey, please. I forgot about that. Thank you very much, Sharon. Please fill out the survey, guys. That's our way of keeping track and also of, that's how we pick our raffles. If you fill out the raffle, if you fill out the form, you're pretty much guaranteed to get a raffle prize. So.
Plus our boss likes it.
Yeah, we have to prove that we had somebody in our class. So it's in the chat box. If you guys can just click on it, it'll take you right there and you can fill it out. And I know it's repetitive. It's the same questions every week, but we appreciate your time with that so that we can gather that information and pass it on to our boss. All right. So thank you so much for your time. Bye, Damaris. Have a good day at school. All right, thank you so much for your time. Take care. Have a great week. We'll see you next week, guys.
Thank you.
Why doesn't it work? We're gonna try to fix that.
I'll email it to you guys.
We'll email it. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.